We are currently at number 1 Jelly Belly Lane. We're at the Jelly Belly factory. We're going to go in and check out how they make these wonderful Jelly Bellies. These jelly beans are the best in the world. They're my favorite. So it's time for adventure. You are wheeling with the moons. These are my favorite jelly beans and have been since I was a kid. Here we are walking to the lobby. This is their food area. You can buy them by the caseloads here. So what makes Jelly Belly the best? So Jelly Belly, when I was a kid, I wasn't a fan of jelly beans because they didn't have any flavor. There was no flavor. They were just sweet, limited flavor. But then I tried these Jelly Bellies and they had these identifiable flavors that were so distinct. They had buttered popcorn, they had peanut butter, and I realized that this was a whole new type of jelly bean. You see here they have Barbie, they have Hot Wheels. Of course they don't taste like these, but you know, they're little packs. They also have these you can buy. It's got 44 flavors. Another reason that they became my favorite was that they actually have recipe books where you can combine different flavors to get different flavor combinations. That was unique. So here's where you will purchase your tour and museum tickets. Right there it has the prices. It's $8 for adults, $4 for kids 3 through 17, and 2 and under are free. They do have an active military discount, and every tour includes a free ride on their little train that's out front. They don't have it listed here, but they do have guided tours. These are all self-tours. You walk through on your own. They do have guided tours. You can look it up online, but it is going to cost you quite a bit more than $8 a person. So we purchased our cute little hats. They gave us some free candy. We're going to take the elevator up right now to the tour floor. Here's the beginning of the factory tour. They started us off over here with a little picture kiosk. You can hold a giant Jelly Belly. This is where they do all the packing. You can see them down there packaging some of the Jelly Bellies. There's a big old list of all their basic flavors, I guess. They have a bunch more, but these are their basic ones. Over 50 fun flavors. One of my favorites right there. Our tour continues. Let's see what's going on over here. This is more packaging. They're packaging some like purple ones. Oh, we just popped that. They dropped some boxes. Here are all the resting Jelly Bellies. There's so many Jelly Bellies.
Finishing the piece with an inedible resin to preserve and seal the beans in place. Final Jelly Belly art pieces.
The smell in here is insane.
5 feet by 4 feet.
Super sweet.
So the final image is clearly recognizable.
I've talked about before mobility issues. So Mark up here he is able to walk. He just has mobility issues where he can't walk very long. So they do have, this is wheelchair accessible, but they do not rent wheelchairs. So what we've done is we have this cane that he uses that converts into a seating device, which we will show you, so that when he gets tired, he has a place to sit. All right, so here's Mark taking a rest. Here's the cane. They do have these benches halfway through the thing. The cane, the handle opens up as a seat. And then at the bottom, you pull that little thing up, push down, and it becomes a tripod for you to sit on. This thing has come in so handy in so many ways. Takes the weight off, huh? There it goes. So, this cane, and then when you're done sitting, you just fold it up, push that little thing back down, lock it in, and you have your cane ready to go. This thing has been really handy. We bought it on Amazon, and we'll attach a link down in the comments for anybody who's interested. So those big drums that you see down there, there's some over to this side that aren't spinning. I don't know if you can see this aisle right here in the middle is spinning. This is where they put the hard candy shell on the middle parts of the beans. Once they've rested in these crates overnight, they get a little, they're not so soft. They can keep form. So then they stick them in these barrels, and they continue to put this dusting stuff in there that polishes them up and puts that hard coating on them. It just smells amazing in here. We're over here. We were back there at that side. Now we're on this side of the production floor, where they just have, thousands upon thousands of Jelly Bellies that are resting, getting ready to go in those big drums. Back there, you can see that there's a guy throwing the flavoring stuff into those drums that are spinning. It's like they have a green one in there. My guess is that it's apple because the smell is so strong of fruit. But apple is what's really coming through. So my assumption is that's what all those green ones are over there. All these are the ones who were the parts of the slurry. As it dries, it becomes hard enough where they can put them in these little buckets to let them rest before they put them in the drums. But they make the slurry. And then they add flavoring. And they put them in these little trays that shape them like the Jelly Belly. And then they let them rest. And this is what you're seeing right here. It's just the resting part. Oh, they smell great. I can't say that enough. They really do smell good. There's some more drums back there. Looks like they're doing blue. Maybe some pink or red. I can't wait to eat some. They gave us some free when we purchased our little hats for our tour. You also get free ones, but we can't eat them up here. We have to wait until we get downstairs. Eat some of these amazing Jelly Bellies. I don't know if you can see this. They're dumping them into those. He's got a wave. He's dumping them into those big drums. That's where they put all the flavoring on. Oh, here we go. It looks like there's some quality control going on right there. What a job. Can you imagine looking at all those jelly beans trying to figure out if there's any of the misfit ones? They do have a bag you buy. It's called Belly Floss. And it's all the ones that aren't perfect. So I'm wondering how they, if this is what they're looking for or if they're looking for something else with the quality. There's another cool contraption here. I'm trying to figure out what they're loading in there. This is a fun room. We have a bunch of stuff going on here. We have the quality control. We have some kind of a thing going on over here where they're pouring stuff into something. And then there's this conveyor belt going on, transferring beans. We also have this giant drum that is tossing the beans around in there. You can see down here they're picking up crates of beans and stacking them.
Just like what you saw back in the candy department, where we built up the outer shell of the jelly bean in those large metal drums. Wow, after canning, the beans rest a bit more before they're brought here to the finishing department. This is where they get their glossy shine. The jelly beans still have a dusting of sugar from that canning process they experienced a few days ago. Now, candy makers crumble them in pans again. But this time they're adding syrups and food grade gluten and wax.
And here we are packing. See the boxes going around, shipping out. These are all over. Like, I can only imagine how many of these boxes they ship out in a day. It's amazing. It's really fun to see the little conveyor belts going around. Looks like these are loaded up to be packaged. And then if you move down here, you can see them packaged coming out of that side of the machine.
We've learned a lot today on our tour of Jelly Belly packaging. And now it's time to brush up on your trivia so you can impress your friends with some of our secrets. You already know it takes 7 to 14 days to make a Jelly Belly bean.
And then come over here, it looks like they've got things packaging.
Jelly Belly jelly beans per second. That amounts to 15 billion Jelly Belly beans a year.
Getting them all in the boxes.
Save them all end to end.
Look up here.
All those beans are wrapped around Earth's approximately.
There they are, dropping them into the bags, it looks like.
What's the Jelly Belly jelly bean's most popular time of year? Transfer the logo onto the sponge roller. The beans pass under the sponge roller and are lightly pressed with that logo. It happens quickly, so watch closely.
Right here you can see them portioned out, going up the little conveyor belt.
Every Jelly Belly jelly bean, including those trickster Bean Boozled jelly beans, gets a logo.
See what's happening over here on this side. More drums. Looks like it's a mirror image of the other side of what was going on. Looks like this might be a top view of where they package, where we saw packaging on the other side. This is kind of what it looks like from the top. I think right here we're right back where we started. We're coming back the other direction. When we first started, they said that it takes 2 to 3 weeks to make a jelly bean. Just amazing between the making the slurry, letting it set, then it rests, and then they have to put the flavoring candy shell on the outside. It's got to rest again, and then it gets its polish. Quite a little journey these Jelly Bellies take. But what a fun tour. Getting to see all of this happening. And there are some of them heading down. Wonder where they're going. These are all artwork done with actual Jelly Bellies. Look at this. Look at this. All done with Jelly Bellies. All of this artwork. We have Superman, Wonder Woman, I forget his name, Harry Potter guy. Look at all this. This is amazing. These are all jelly beans. Bean Boozled. There's also presidents back there. All done with Jelly Bellies. Here's some more portraits that made with Jelly Bellies. It's insane how well these are done. Look at this. Want to see his eyebrows? Full Jelly Belly eyebrows. Good old Statue of Liberty. So here we are getting off the elevator, and we are now in the Jelly Belly gift shop. We're going to check it out in here. Let's start right here. Look at these cute little...
Maya would love that.
These little Jelly Belly. Only $6.49. Yeah, we're going to have to get one of those for sure. And they have different size ones here. They gave us some of these when we bought our tour. We got some. So they have different ones. I want to say thank you. They have a cocktail classic that has cocktail flavors. There it shows a list of them. They have mimosa, gin and tonic, mojito, a bunch of different ones. For Dr. Pepper fans. Krispy Kreme down there. They also have these sport beans. The sport beans have electrolytes and they're supposed to be good for you after a workout. It's interesting. Flavor ones. All right, and then over here they've got, if you just like the popcorn, you just like the berry cherry, you can get those. They have the fruit bowl one. Yeah, they have, so if you want specific ones, they have sugar-free ones, the unicorn mix. There's just all kinds of different options here. This is a cute little buttered popcorn one. Maybe we'll get one of these. They have Krispy Kreme, boba tea. There's so much here. There's a little variety pack down there. Little gift boxes. This is just really cute, some of the stuff they have in here. Look at this. It's a bean dispenser. So you can put your flavors in there. They have a mini popcorn one. I think that's on sale right now for $5. Yeah, I think we might have to do that. So here's the Harry Potter section. They have all kinds of stuff. Look at this butterbeer Jelly Bellies. That's only going to run you like $6. That's pretty good. So they have all kinds. They have the chocolate wands here. This golden snitch. The Bernie Bot beans. Okay, for those of you who don't know what the Bean Boozled or Bernie Bot beans are, these have really outrageous flavors. You can look right here. They have like burnt rubber, licorice, stink bug, blueberry, old bandage. The thing is, they also have ones that look exactly the same that are a different flavor. So you don't know when you get it, it might look like this. You don't know if you're going to get stink bug or if you're going to get toasted marshmallow. So they do a game, Bean Boozled game. Look at this. You spin the little wheel that's on there, and it tells you which one to get. You don't know if you're going to get a good tasting one or a nasty tasting one. That's the fun of it. They also have, there's just all kinds of Bean Boozled games going on here. Are you brave enough? Yeah, you just don't know. You might get butter popcorn, you might get vomit. You just don't know what you're going to get with these. And that's kind of the fun of it. The kids love these Bean Boozled. But there's some more of those chocolate wands and some little packs of stuff. More of the little butterbeer. Super cute. So here we are at Jelly Belly Factory. We just finished our tour. Got my little hat. This is, if you have this hat on, that shows that you paid for the tour, the museum, and the train ride. So we're going to be heading over to the train and the museum here soon. I had to show you my little friend that I found. Look at this guy. He's so cute. Little Jelly Belly man. We have a whole bunch of Jelly Belly products that we have purchased. And we have so many, matter of fact, we will be giving some away. So if you subscribe to our channel between February 3rd and February 10th, we will put you in a drawing to win some belly flops and maybe some other goodies we might throw in there. You never know. So hit like, subscribe, say bye to Jelly Man.
It's going to drive right in front of us.
Here comes the train. We're going to take a little train ride and go across the other side. There is a museum. Never been in there. I'm pretty curious. But here comes the train, bringing people back from the museum. The museum and the train are both included in your $8 tour price. Jelly Belly Museum. Look at these giant Jelly Bellies. It goes through all the history. Looks like they have all the machinery over here that they used. Look at that Jelly Belly stained glass. That's pretty cool, if you ask me. As we move along here, there's little videos that explain how they do the process and how some of these older machines were used.
At the far end of the rotating cylinder is a set of screens. The first screen filters out the jelly belly beans that are too small. The next
There you go. There's some more of these pictures made with Jelly Bellies. Okay, here we go. Look at these statuettes made. These little statues made of Jelly Bellies. These are amazing. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Just in time for Easter. This cute little dog. These are made out of not just the Jelly Bellies, but the wrappers. The dress is made. Giant Jelly Belly guy. I wonder if he has a name. Maybe just Jelly Belly guy. Here's their food section. They even have a slushy bar with different types of slushies. Caseload sale. We took advantage of that, and we're going to have some giveaways on our website, so stay tuned for that. Here's their little seating area. This was packed with kids when we first got here. All the kids left to go back to school because it's afternoon time now. But don't be surprised in the day when you come if there's packed, because this is a really popular place for school field trips. We got there's some nice corner seating booths here. Lots of booths. There's even some outside seating. As you're exiting, there's a bunch of them. So this is where you walk in. When you first walk in, you'll see their whole food court. You go back behind the slushy area, and there's the gift shop, and you go upstairs, and that's the tour. So here's the menu for their Jelly Belly Cafe lunch. They serve at 11 to 3 every single day of the week. They have bean-shaped pizzas. They have sandwiches, paninis, and wraps. They also have bean-shaped burgers, which is really fun. And they just have a lot of different foods. There's snacks, soups, sides. They also have fresh salads over here. Chicken fingers, fries, chicken wings and fries, nachos, burritos. They have just about everything here. And then they do have a kids menu down here. Pretty decent prices. I think everything's about $8 to $11. $7.50 is the lowest I see on here, unless you're getting beverages or sides, a little cheaper. So here at the Jelly Belly Cafe, you can get different types of burgers that are shaped like a Jelly Belly. You can get different types of pizzas. This is a personal size, but you can also get a larger one that is shareable size. And these will run you about $11.95 a piece, and I'll let you know how they taste. So I've already taken a bite. This burger's really good. Look at how soft the bread is. It's like a brioche. It's soft to the bite, like it doesn't rip up your mouth, but it's also sturdy enough to hold up this burger, and the burger is really tasty. Pizza's okay. It's average. Crust is it's a thin crust, so it's kind of crispy. That's good. And then we got a little side salad, and we're just sharing our lunch here. That's it. So for the price, it's actually very, very good. I recommend the burger over the pizza, but they're both very good. And this is the end of our day at number 1 Jelly Belly Lane in Fairfield, California. I just want to say thank you to all the workers at the Jelly Belly factory. You guys are so much fun and so friendly. And a special shout out to Cheryl, who was especially friendly and really liked my husband's Star Trek shirt. So thank you so much for making our day special. Bye-bye.